Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Boy and His Kitchen Expedition. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Every morning in our house begins with familiar sounds. The soft hum of the refrigerator, the clink of a cup on the table, and the gentle footsteps of a human still half asleep. But for Boy, my dog, mornings begin with curiosity. Not the loud, dramatic kind. No barking, no rushing. But the careful curiosity of a soul who believes the world always has something new to offer, even if it looks exactly the same as yesterday. The kitchen is Boy's favorite mystery. It is not officially his place. He knows this. He understands rules better than most people give dogs credit for. The kitchen is where smells gather, where invisible stories float in the air, where yesterday's dinner still whispers from the trash bin, and tomorrow's meal hasn't quite arrived yet. Boy never storms into the kitchen. He waits at the edge, nose twitching, tail moving slowly like a clock measuring patience instead of time. On this particular morning, sunlight spilled across the kitchen floor in a warm rectangle. Boy noticed it immediately. Light, to him, is not just light, it is an invitation. He stepped closer, placing one paw carefully inside the bright patch, then another. His ears stood tall, listening. The house was quiet. No one was watching. This was not rebellion. This was exploration. Boy sniffed the air deeply. His nose brushed the cabinet where snacks are sometimes hidden. He paused, as if considering the moral weight of opening it with his imagination alone. Instead, he moved on. The trash bin came next. He circled it like an archaeologist examining ancient ruins. There were stories inside. Fish bones, vegetable peels, the faint memory of last night's soup. But Boy did not touch. He only learned. What fascinated him most was the floor itself. Tiny crumbs lived there, invisible to humans, but glowing like stars to a dog's senses. Boy lowered his head, investigating each one with respectful focus. He did not rush. He did not gulp. He treated every discovery as if it mattered. When I finally entered the kitchen, I expected to see guilt. Instead, I saw concentration. Boy looked up at me, eyes wide and calm, tail wagging once, as if to say, I am not doing anything wrong. I am understanding the world. I smiled. The kitchen, for him, was not about food. It was about learning where life happens. As days passed, Boy's kitchen explorations became a quiet ritual. Not every day, not always at the same time, but often enough to feel intentional. He never crossed boundaries. He never jumped on counters or begged aggressively. Instead, he observed. One afternoon, I decided not to interrupt him. Boy entered the kitchen slowly, sat near the table, and watched me cook. His head tilted slightly, as if he were trying to understand the purpose behind every movement. Why does the knife move like that? Why does water change sound when it boils? Why do humans taste food and then taste it again? To Boy, cooking looked like a careful dance. Sometimes a tiny piece of carrot fell to the floor. Boy did not immediately grab it. He looked at me first. That look, half question, half trust, was his way of asking permission without words. When I nodded, his tail wagged faster than his legs could move. He picked up the carrot gently, chewed slowly, and sat back down as if nothing special had happened. But it was special. That moment was not about food. It was about connection. Boy wasn't just eating, he was participating. He felt included in something human, something shared. On another day, a loud noise startled him, the sudden clang of a dropped pot lid. Boy jumped back, heart racing, eyes wide. For a second, fear filled the room. But then he looked at me. I knelt down, spoke softly, and placed my hand on his chest. He leaned into it, trusting that my calm meant safety. Soon, his breathing slowed. The kitchen returned to being a place of curiosity instead of danger. Boy learned that the world can be noisy and unpredictable, but also gentle and kind. And I learned something too. Dogs don't need perfect environments. They need understanding ones. Over time, Boy's presence changed the kitchen. I became more patient, more aware of my movements. I cleaned up spills faster, not out of strictness, but out of care. I spoke more softly. I noticed details, the way sunlight shifted, the way sounds echoed. Boy didn't just explore the kitchen. He reshaped it. Boy's small kitchen expedition is a gentle reminder of how life works, not only for dogs, but for humans as well. In today's fast-moving world, we often rush through spaces without truly seeing them. We focus on results, meals finished, tasks completed, rather than the process itself. Boy teaches us that curiosity does not need to be loud, and learning does not need to be rushed. From Boy, we learn the value of respecting boundaries while still exploring. He shows us that it is possible to be curious without being careless, to desire without demanding. In our daily lives, this can mean approaching new opportunities with humility, listening before acting, and understanding rules as guidance rather than limitations. His trust reminds us of the responsibility humans carry toward animals. A calm voice, a patient gesture, and consistency can build a deep sense of safety. Animals do not need perfection, they need kindness and stability. Most importantly, Boy's story highlights the beauty of coexistence. When humans slow down and animals are allowed to be themselves, shared spaces become places of connection. By observing, respecting, and caring for one another, we create a life where both humans and animals grow together, quietly, lovingly, and meaningfully.